Hello everybody, hello, welcome in. Thanks for joining me on stream tonight. I have had a very occupied day, it's not a busy day, occupied day colouring lots of pages in here, and I'm going to see how many I can colour on stream with you all. Oh, welcome in everyone who's already in chat. Welcome Laura and Angie, Vera, Mandy, Amanda. Welcome Kaz. Laura's popping in for a few minutes. Had your flu vaccination and now feeling ill. Oh no, Laura, that's rubbish. But at least you got the vaccine, so you should be all right for the season. Welcome Paulina. Welcome Zoe. Amanda threw you back out today trying to colour whilst I watch, but I might have to just go to bed. Oh, that's rubbish, Amanda. I unfortunately had to cancel my stream on Friday. I turned in bed funny and it was like neck/upper back pain that I had, and oh my gosh, it hurt so much. I filmed the rank and rate and that took me 45 minutes, and ooh, the pain that I was on. And I was in when on a Friday filming that video was a lot. Where am I at? Welcome Joe, Piggy Pens. You don't have any hot water bottles, Amanda. How do you not own a hot water bottle? You live in the cold Scotland. How do you not own a hot water bottle? I love a hot water bottle. My house is really cold, and so I really appreciate having a hot water bottle. Have I got hiccups? No, my voice is, it's feeling the effects of the sorry. It's feeling the effects of the kind of temperature change, so it's a bit kind of, I don't know. I don't have a cold or anything. It's just a bit of a stuffy nose. Voice goes a bit funny. That's the hope. Yes, getting as well as possible through the winter months. Perfect. Hi Elizabeth, welcome in. Thanks for joining. First stream. Lovely to have you here. Oh no, everyone in your family is throwing their backs in the last week, going around like a disease. Something in the water. Must be. Right, so the way I'm going to decide what page to colour to start with is by grabbing my tablet. And I've got a wheel of all of the pages here, so I'm going to spin this one. I'm going to spin it. How many options can I do in a poll? I think 4. Yes, 4. So I'm going to spin it 4 times. Come on. And I will of course show you the pages when they pop up. 59 Cozy Night. And we've got 16 Boo. Oh, that one's very simple. I'm pretty sure that's the one with like just a ghost. And then 88 Doctor's Orders. Right, let's move this out of the way and I will show you each of those pages. So 88 Doctors. Let's just grab some page flags to make this easier. 59 Cozy Night. Hiding Among the Pumpkins. No, not 69. 65. I mixed up the two numbers there. And 16 Boo. So I will show you the options. Oh, you get a little sneak peek of something I've already done. Let me move it across. So we've got first option, 16 is Boo. We've got 59, Cozy Night. Oh, not that one. 65, Hiding Amongst the Pumpkins. And 88, Doctor's Orders. I'm going to start the poll now. And I will show you pages over again. So 88, Doctor's Orders. 65, Hiding Among the Pumpkins. 59, Cozy Night. 16, Boo. I was very tempted to make this after the stream as like a bonus extra one I get done, as it would be so quick and easy. That page, it would take me like 10 minutes. Just back at chat. Hi, Amen. Never bought one. I feel hot all the time. My husband calls me his human radiator. If I had a hot water bottle, I'd overheat. Well, that's fair enough. I feel like I run cold, so just showing you the options again. I woke up about 2 or 3 weeks ago with a pain in my side, seen the practice nurse, and she said I've either pulled a muscle in my side or it's a repetitive strain injury from the gym. See, don't go to the gym and you won't get injuries. I joke. How many pages? How long does one page take? Well, you will find out in the video that's going to go up tomorrow, so you will see. I'm not gonna give anything away yet, but I'm quite pleased with how it's gone. You're gonna comment. You're not gonna comment tonight, so you can get through more pages. You could do 5. Who's a lemon? Lemon. I did not type lemon. As if I'd call you a lemon. What was the lemon meant to be? Come on, maybe. Come on instead of lemon. Just showing the pages again. Wasn't paying attention but voted anyway. Now I regret my choice. I love all the pages with Boo. Are my fave. I've only coloured one so far, which I've coloured at least one that contains Boo. It's because Lonely Pumpkin meets Boo kind of halfway through the book almost. And yeah, this is where she first meets the little dog, which I call Boo. So I've only done one. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I just read that. Did anyone buy anything good with Amazon Prime? I haven't personally. Oh, you just got a spoiler there. It just naturally opened to one I've already coloured. Well, that's one that I've done. Welcome Dawn and welcome Leandri. Welcome in. Right, let's have a look at this poll and end it. Ooh, we're going for Cozy Night. I had a feeling that one might win. In fact, I think this one did pop up in the video that I filmed, and I thought I'm gonna leave that. I don't feel like doing a complicated page again so soon because I'd just done a full page. I wanted something a little bit simpler, so I skipped over that. Now I've got the trouble of finding a colour palette, because with something like lots of books, I do feel like you need a colour palette for it. So I do have some saved on my iPad. This was something that Zoe shared on her Instagram. A bunch of these colour palettes. So let's do it this way. So we can look at it all in screen. Oh, I've got too much stuff on my desk all falling around. So we've got this palette that could be cute. That one. I do kind of like the idea of doing a pastel colour scheme for this. This one's a bit brighter. That one, it's hard to get an accurate depiction of the colours on here. Yeah, your colour palette, Zoe. And then we got this one. I quite like that one. That would be just a case of matching colours with markers. Amanda's colouring the complete mini mania for this for the month. Nice. That is a cute page. I do love that one. You had Prismacolor full set in your basket all week ready for Prime Day, and then they put the price up. Yeah, it seems to happen, doesn't it? Where they'll put the price up and then drop it, so it seems like it's dropped, but it hasn't. They've just, yeah. Welcome Art Junkie, and no, that's it. I thought there was someone else, but no, just welcome Art Junkie. Oh, welcome Catherine. You bought a small set of Ohuhu alcohol markers, nice. You have another set going up soon, lovely. Yeah, I'm thinking one of these. I need to angle it so I can see it really. Think about colours. I think I might use this one because I was going to use it this morning actually, and then I changed my mind. It's got a good brown for the bookcase, purple, peachy pink, orange, sagey green. I think that's quite cute. Didn't know it was Prime Day? Yeah, have a look. I did see, what did I see? It was, oh sorry, I'm a bit struggling to talk. I lost what I was saying. Prime Day, yeah, it was this. It's the 7th to the 9th, I think, or is it 7th and 8th? But yeah, I saw Spooky Cuties, the new cutie colouring book. That was on the Prime Day, and it was like £4 or £5, something like that. Hi Arabia, welcome. Lovely to have you join us. Join us? Lovely to have you join us. I actually don't know if we have a Prime Day in South Africa. I'm about to start my first page in Polar Bear's Adventure Cruise. Lovely, love that book. You're also busy deciding on colours, nice. Got some bargains in TK Maxx. I got a great Tiny Worlds book as a bargain from TK Maxx. Yeah, Tiny Worlds, Fairy Homes I got. Right, I'm gonna find some colours. You're very good. You didn't purchase anything. Proud of myself. Yeah, I decided I didn't want / need anything at this current moment. So I was like, no. I did have my eye on the Chroma Flows, but I think I'm going to wait and see about Black Friday sales. Right, let's just get up focused. Sorry about my creaky chair. Oh, just whack the desk as well. It's all going great. Right. Let's find some good colours. I think G410 for that green. You're going to hear my chair creaking and groaning as I bend down to find markers. Right, that one. You can't look because then you have to leave the stream. Do you not? Yeah, look after stream. Yeah, I forget that people can't watch YouTube whilst doing other things on their phones. If you don't have premium, I've got premium, so I can multitask, which is, I forget that it's not a feature for everyone. I think V270 for that one. Oh, come on. It's a bit darker. Actually, no, now it's dry and it's a bit better. Maybe V250 with V270 as the dark one. There it is. That's crazy, that's a premium feature. Yeah, it's one of my favourite features about premium, and something that I couldn't go back from, being able to have, yeah, you can open up another app and it comes up in the mini player. It's great. Yeah, I think that one's better. You used your own palettes for a Lulu Mayo page this month. Love that. Yeah, I was hoping to get it done, used for at least one of these pages. Here, who stuff was waiting in my wish list. I just went through the things in there, avoided looking at anything else. Yeah, that's what I did too. I had a look at things in my wish list and went, I'm alright actually. There were a few things that were reduced. I need this dark brown. I think I'm going to go YR10. Just trying to find all these colours. YR10. There it is. Pulled out Lulu May for the scavengers. Nice. We've got Kawaii Tarot, my favourite Lululemon. Kawaii Tarot, love that book. Let's go V320. No, that's V230. Oh, I think this is a mistake on the swatch chart. I'm pretty sure there is no V320, it's just 230. Yeah, if I look. Yeah, that is the right one. That's good. I'm just swatching off on a bit of scrap paper to the side to test my colours. Right, this peachy colour. I always find peachy pinks really hard to match with the Ohuhus. Got a good one for the orange, Y4. Peachy pink, maybe R21. It's kind of pinky though. Like the pales in this is not the best. Oh, actually R110. Hunting is one of your favourite bits. You struggle with the colouring part. Oh no, I find hunting gets annoying. Or maybe R9, R21. Grab R21. Usually I do this bit before streams, but considering I didn't know what I'd be colouring. See, that R21 swatches out and it looks crazy. But I bet you when it dries down a bit, it'll look alright. Right, let's get a Y4 out. Do I want YR for? Actually, let's get YR2. Oh, with regards to finding prompts, you were talking about, Zoe. Yeah, I love finding the prompts too. I love hunting. The hunt is fun. Yeah, I think I prefer that one. And then I need a marker that I've been using quite a bit today, WG05. Yeah, I think that pink's slightly better. R21 that is. And I can get... Alright, I'll swatch them out on a piece of paper here. And a sneak peek into some of the colour palettes that I've used today. I use this side as my rough swatching when I'm trying to decide what colours to use. And this side for my neater swatches that I can share on the screen nicely. Brown. Oh. Yeah, I love looking for prompts in my books. It's one of the reasons I do the prompts. So that I find the fun of finding them, especially when you're like hunting through a bunch of different books. There we go. Then I'll worry about the shadow colours later. So the colours I've used are G410, V250, YR10, V230, R21, which this looks quite bright, but it does dry down a bit better. YR205 and WG 0.5. So that is my colour palette that I am using. Refocus that. There you go. For anyone wondering. There we are. Right, and now I can get to the actual fun bit of colouring. You love all the hunting too? Yeah. You would like the hunting if I had time. You're nearly finished with the page you started in your Taylor's Spooky Moments book during Steve's stream on Monday. Fun. Need to put my glasses on, I'm struggling to read. I might hunt after I put baby to bed. He's passed out on me for an hour, but I'm scared to move. Oh, bless him. Definitely prompts hunt off fun. Yeah. Right, I'll start with colouring Lonely Pumpkin, which I always do. Let me just grab my handy dandy swatch sheet here so you can have a look and I don't have to say what the colours are. Let's refocus that. Those are the colours I use for Lonely Pumpkin and I have been using throughout, and then that's my colour combo for Boo, the little dog, which is in this page. Yay! There, I will have that next to my page so you can vaguely see it. Probably a bit tricky, I don't know if you can see it. I can't see it on my tiny screen, but my screen's tiny. Now these markers that I've been using for Lonely Pumpkin are definitely getting fluffy. And by fluffy I mean that you can see how wonky the tip is there. Ooh, come on. So wonky. It's just from being used. It was like it before I started today's kind of challenge, but I'm happy to report that I thought when I first set myself this challenge or thought of the idea, I thought, oh, I'll probably get sick of doing so many Lonely Pumpkin pages in one day. I'll probably do like a little cute and cozy Halloween page to break it up in between. But I haven't got bored. And kind of the more I do, the more I'm like, right, how many can I get done in one day? Like, it's exciting. Like, I'm not rushing the pages at all, but I'm just colouring them as I do. But trying to get like a good portion done. That's a neck down there. Colouring Boo's collar whilst I'm at it. Right. Got NG09 for the eyes. So yeah, I'm pretty well acquainted with colouring Lonely Pumpkin herself in. I missed how much you already did today, or did you not say? I didn't say. I'm keeping it secret. I accidentally shared one, so you know that I've got coloured at least one. Well, you've seen sneak peek into some palettes I've used. This isn't all the palettes. Not every page had a palette, because some pages were just simply using mainly these colours, just in a different way. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how many I've gotten done so far. Oh, who have I missed? Welcome Polly and welcome Hannah. Thanks for joining. Oh, secrets. Yeah, I mean, come on, gotta give you something to come back for. I'm hoping to get the video up tomorrow. I just want to get it done and up and out the way. I think I've got, well, last time I checked, I've got quite a break during my work day tomorrow, so I'll probably end up doing it then. If not, I could do it in the afternoon when I get home. Yeah, the pro about filming all on your phone means that you can edit on the go wherever you are. If I got 10 minutes free, I can do a bit of editing in the car. It's definitely useful. Yeah, I decided to just get the challenge done and out of the way because I didn't want to wait and then, I don't know, lose my inspiration or motivation to do it. So I was thinking about it last night. I was just finishing up what I was doing. So what do I work on next? I was like, I just want to get the Lonely Pumpkin done. So I did a bit of prep for that, prepared my wheels, etc. This is the quickest I've seen you colour with markers, lol. It's because I know what I'm doing at this point. I've coloured her so many times today. Right, WGO 50. And I am trying to, I don't know, get it done a bit quicker in stream. because I know I'm always a bit slow when I'm doing it on stream because I'm chatting and I get distracted. So if I don't read out every comment today, it's nothing against you. If I miss a question you ask, just spam it. Say it again and I will get to it eventually. Yeah, I just want to keep the momentum going. Don't want to slow down now. Warm grey. I was like, what am I on next? You never edit on your phone, too annoying. It is annoying. I did an annoying thing the other day where it kept crashing on me. My editing app, and I was just like, come on. And every time it crashed, it didn't save anything, and I was just like, oh, I had to re-edit sections over and over again. I got there eventually. She's obviously had a lot of practice, has to colour 60 pages. Oh, not quite that many. It does make me wonder though how, if I send again next year, how long it would take me to finish this book. Because I did 15 last year. I'll be doing some this year. And there's 93 pages in the whole book because it's a compilation of 3 books in one. So I don't know how long it would take me to finish the whole book. But what I love about this is that there's a really great mix of full scenes like this and then much simpler ones like this one. And it does make colouring definitely easier and more straightforward when you've got less detail to worry about on every single page. If the whole book was filled with pages like this, it would take a lot longer, that's for sure. Right, let's grab NGO9. I love how she's just lying on a bear, like a bear rug. I always find those things kind of creepy. Like the thought of it being real was just very disturbing to me. So it's definitely a fake one, definitely a fake one. Arabia needs a colourist second opinion. You've started the Lost Property double page spread in Rooms of Wonder. I'm trying to decide if I should colour the background, which is the wall. Ooh. I'm thinking of washi taping it off in order to create a perfect border for each section. What do you think? That sounds perfect, Arabia. Washi tape would be great tool to use. I tried doing a washi tape border for this, but for one of these pages, like squaring off the background, and ended up bleeding over the lines quite a lot. And I was like, you know what? I think for me it is actually easier to just use a ruler, outline it with pencil, and it's still pretty neat. Well, I say pretty neat. It's neater than it was with using the washi tape, that's for sure. But I've tried it and now I know. Hoo-hoo markers are expensive. They're expensive. They're a good investment and they're way cheaper than the next most popular alcohol marker set, which are the Copic markers. Those are insanely expensive, like 3 times the price. Jess's September completed pages. Oh, what am I saying? My completed pages total this month was 60. Oh, I can't speak. My September completed pages total was 60 plus. Yeah. If I grab my journal, well, this month it might be 60 plus. I think you just put the wrong month in, Zoe. Last month it was 49. Stop showing. Yeah, 49 last month. And then if I check my journal from last year, when I did the Lonely Pumpkin series, See, I did this extra post-it note down the bottom to show all of those. So I did 14, and then total number of pages for the month was 44, which I think was my highest total that year. And already I've broken that several times this year in the last few months alone. So yeah, I think this is going to be, you meant October, yeah, no worries. I think this month is going to be quite possibly the most pages I've ever completed in one month. And I've said that a few times this year already. Like getting 49, so pretty much 50 pages done in a month previously this year. I was like, what the heck? I'll never do that again, sort of thing. I'm sure, lo and behold, I've done it multiple times since. I don't know, it's hard to kind of pinpoint as to what's changed, because I don't know what's changed. I've been doing a lot of the Camilla Angel Cova ones, but I did that last year, and I'm still doing lots of pencil pages, so it's hard to think about how have I managed to be doing 10 or 20 more pages per month compared to last year. I don't know. Maybe I have just gotten quicker at colouring. +60 pages, that's nuts. Yeah, I think it's going to be one hell of a completed pages video for October, that's for sure. Especially when you add these pages on. You only did 3 this month, but you might get to 20 plus. That's a great total, Vera. I think I'm on 10 so far, not including today's. That's what I did yesterday. That's where I got up to yesterday. Or was it one more than that? Oh no, I'm up to 12. Don't even know how many pages I've done. Yeah, I've done 12 so far this month. So that's almost 2 a day. I mean, I've done quite a few of the 50 Mythical Miniatures pages this month, so often I've been doing 1 a day the past 4 days. I haven't done 1 today, but I think as I'm near the end of 50 Mythical Miniatures, I'm really feeling motivated to just keep going, and doing a page only takes me about an hour or so. So it doesn't take too much time out of my colouring day, so I still have plenty of time to get to my other plans. And I've completed 1 buddy colour so far, 1 group buddy colour, based one of my project book pages, almost finished with the 2nd buddy colour. Coloured over the lines there. That's fine, I'll cover that up with gold at the end. You've done 10 pages so far, but 5 of them are deciding that 5 of my cocoa wire whips are done, even though I added nothing to them, just declared them as done as I didn't want to shade them. Fair enough. I mean, that's a whip finished and done, and you can close on that. I wanted to colour with cheap coloured pencils, but the alcohol markers look quite easy to use, and you can colour a page quickly. You can, and you can get some good shading and detail with them. The way I like to colour with them in alcohol marker books, in Amazon printed books, is do a base layer like this, and then go over the top with a darker shade to do the shading. and it isn't a smooth blend, but I don't mind that kind of just line of shading. It's the same as how I colour in the Camino Angel Cova books. Definitely makes it quicker and you get a really nice flat layer of colour, and you can even shade with pencil over the top if you want to add extra depth that way. So they are nice and versatile. And I like that I've got a variety of books where some are alcohol marker only, some are alcohol marker in pencils, and some are just pencils. It's nice to have different books for different mediums. You've done nothing this month yet. The entry's on your 4th. No worries with that. I mean, you take your time with your colouring pages. You colour for the joy of it. It really is not a race. Right? You really shouldn't compare yourself to how many others have done, because it takes the joy away from it. You've got 12 and 2 Annie pages you're currently working on. You're running your CMB October 2025 and colouring 1 day in 30 days of Cute Kawaii Witches. I've been loving seeing that. It's a great little book, that. Do I have Lonely Pumpkins Christmas? I do not, but I'm tempted to get it this year and then do this challenge again, but in the Christmas book. I think that would be fun, because I was tempted to get it last year and then I didn't do barely any colouring in December last year, so because of work. But this year I'm hoping for it to be a lot better. 3 buddy colours done, and 2 of them with you, Jess. Oh yeah, of course, I've got two buddy colours, not one. I forgot about that one. I was like, I think I've done another one, and I was trying to picture my journal in my head, which I can't do. Just trying to remember what I'd ticked. Jess was my reason for buying the Ohuhu. I love them on the Amazon's printed single-sided and the mythographic books, but of course can't use the good paper books if they're double-sided. Yeah, absolutely, Catherine. Some people don't mind sacrificing a page to alcohol markers, but I'm someone who wants to colour all the pages. It's very rare that I get a book and I go, oh yeah, I dislike this page so much that I would quote unquote ruin it with alcohol markers. I'm just going over the back of the bookcase with another layer of this same alcohol marker, because if you let the alcohol marker dry and then go over it again, it just gives you a darker shade. So I've got a bit of definition between the shelves and the back of the bookshelf. I keep eyeing on the Ohuhu. I just need more of my 15-year-old Prismacolors to run out first. Fair enough. Have you started our buddy colour? Not yet, Rabia. I've got that planned for November. I'll be doing that. Thumbnails are gorgeous. What do you use to create them? I use Canva for all my thumbnails, and most of them I just copy and paste like an old one. So I've got the format done and I just change the background image and titles and whatnot. So it's nice and easy to do the thumbnails once you've got your kind of template sorted. Wanted to try Lulu Mayo, they're double-sided, right? Yeah, all apart from Lulu's House of Wonder is double-sided. But Lulu's House of Wonder, it's good for alcohol markers, that one. I was watching Kira get excited about illustrators, realising more single-sided books. But I like full-sided books. Yeah. I think I prefer double-sided books. Like, I like how I've got some which are single-sided. I think if all of them were single-sided, sometimes I feel like I should be using alcohol markers when it's single-sided, and I don't necessarily want to. Even though that's such a weird and silly thing to say, like, you colour what you want to colour and with what mediums, but often when it is a single-sided book, I feel like I should use alcohol markers and I don't necessarily want to. because I think some of my best colouring comes from just pencils. You can use water-based markers to base if you're using a double-sided book. I do that quite often, especially in Lulu Mayo books. I really like it for that. Makes the colouring process go by quite a bit quicker, in my opinion. I know it's not a race, but I would like to have a nice video for beautiful colouring. Shameless plug, yeah. That'd be good. Leandro, seeing all the beautiful pages you get coloured. That was another reason I did this challenge earlier on in the month, because I challenge anyone to see how many pages you can get done in one book in one day, because it's a fun challenge, and it's meant that I'm getting a bunch of pages done in this book that would otherwise take a long time to fill. Do I like Ivy Inky Butterfly? That's my favourite Johanna book. I do love it. I'd love to complete it one day. It's an amazing book. I think I'll start colouring the books now. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with the floorboards. Potentially a lighter shade of this bookcase colour, but excuse me, I'm going to start with the books. Hi Yana, you're busy getting your hair trimmed, finished your spooky house on Halloween and posted it on Instagram. Lovely, lovely. Sent to Zoe to show Steve. Oh yeah, that's your buddy colour, isn't it? What colour do you suggest I use for the wall? I want a muted tone, but muted colour, but not too pale. Often for a wall I end up using cream because it's a nice neutral tone, or like a beige. Nice neutral tone that's not too distracting from the main image. I tend to go cream, beige, or like a light blue. Light blue seems to go with everything. Kind of like the sky almost. Does it mean it's better to use coloured pencils and not markers for double-sided books? Yeah, just because with double-sided books, obviously, the alcohol markers bleed through, and that's on almost every single book that exists. There is like very few and very recent ones by Ohuhu where they've created books that don't bleed, but those are the rare ones. Majority of books do bleed through, and you've got to be aware of that. Right, let's just go for it. Favourite thing, colouring books. Now just kind of think about how I want to spread the colours amongst the page. Yeah, so if you don't want to sacrifice the second page of your book, don't use alcohol markers. You can use, most books are good enough for water-based markers. So things like the Cradle of Super Tips, Tombow dual brush pens, the Ohuhu have some dual-ended water-based pens, but always test it, because sometimes they do bleed through, and you would hate that to happen to someone after me saying, yeah, just use some of these, and then they don't end up working as you want it to. In colouring books, I just kind of go colour by colour and think about how's best to kind of spread the colours out. I'm not sure whether I should do these books which are like part of a series in the same colour or different. I'm thinking about that. It depends on the paper. The thicker the paper, the more you can get away with on double-sided, like watercolours, felt tips, etc. Alcohol will pretty much always go through. Yeah, exactly, Amy. I'm so scared to continue the title page that I started a while back. I want to work it in order. Can I see a quick flip through in the book you're colouring in now? Normally I absolutely would, but I don't want to spoil what I've coloured for tomorrow's video. There is a video on my channel where I have flipped through this. It's my Halloween project, helping you guys choose. So if you go to my channel, check that out. It's only like a 10-minute video. You can see me flipping through the book there. I'm so scared to continue the title page that I started a while back. I want to work it in order. Yeah, I'm stuck on in Ivy in the Incubator, I'm stuck on the Wonder Room, the double page spread with all of the objects and the desk and the bookcase. Is a lot. I think I'll just try some colour pencils first, but the markers look fun. Yeah, I'd definitely go for pencils first and then try alcohol markers later. What is the book called? It's called Lonely Pumpkin Had a Great Fall. There are 3 Lonely Pumpkin books, Lonely Pumpkin 1, 2, 3, and this is the compilation of all of them. And with alcohol markers is how to bleed at the edge if you go right to the line. I use too much pressure to begin with. Yeah, you do have to be careful. I mean, you can see here with what I've coloured. If I hold it up. Can you see? No, you can't. Need to refocus. There we go. You can see that I've gone over the lines on there and on these bones down there. But I roll with it. Sometimes I know that I'll be covering it up with a darker colour, so it's okay. I recommend kind of going light to dark if that's the case, because darker colours can go over the lighter ones better. But yeah, it happens to us all, and even though you tell yourself, okay, leave a little bit of white space around the edge, you still go over. It still happens. It's hard not to. The lightest pressure, let the ink spread on its own at best. Yeah. And a good tip is not colouring right up to a line. Better quality paper won't do that. Like in my mythographics, the ink won't bleed over the lines, like feather out. But on the cheaper books, like the Amazon quality ones, they definitely do go over. Link to the book, yeah, the link is also in the description of this video. I think I am going to do the 1, 2 and 3 in the same colour. I think it would bother me if they're all different colours, because if you've got a volume of books next to each other, they would be the same colour, or at least look fairly matchy. See, that shows you how much alcohol marker changes when it dries. So much more orangey there and a lot peachier there. It's another thing about alcohol markers, you do have to swatch them and let the swatches dry before making a decision about what you want. So I'll do those. Purple. Maybe these ones pink. I'm going to colour over that. Jess, what was the name of the second Scholastics book you got? I found the spooky one. It's Christmas Capybara Cuties, or Capybara Christmas Cuties. I can never remember which way round it goes. But that one is getting released later this month. So it should be available to order soon. Let's go here. My issue with super tips is I don't know how to get them not to streak. The thing is, they will streak. Even if you can do things to help minimize the streak. My biggest tip, okay, we're going on our first tangent. Let's pick a good marker to show. Let's go for this purple. So, say you've got a large area to colour in. What you shouldn't do is in little bits like this, where you pick it up, put the marker down, pick it up, put the marker down, because you will see these slightly overlapping streak marks. The key is to go in one direction fairly quickly but controlled, and slightly go over what you've already done to get a smoother look. In fact, I've got an idea of a video soon to how to create smooth looks with various different mediums and tips I use. So you can see the first one I did, you've got those streaky overlapping lines. With the second one, it's still, you've got the lines of streaks, but they're less noticeable, especially if you go over the top with pencil. The key is to use the same direction, and I often find going in the shortest direction the easiest, so it will look even better if you went the other way, because the smaller the area you have to colour in, the smoother it will turn out. Like the shorter the distance the pen has to kind of travel, pretty much, helps to create a smoother look. But obviously if you've got a larger thing to base, it's going to look streakier. If you've got something quite small, then it will look pretty good. You can go over again with the second layer, make sure it's completely dry. It does take a little while. Good way to test if it's dry or not is, does it feel cool to touch? But yeah, I'm going to do a video at some point, don't know when, of how to create smooth layers of things, because alcohol markers take some getting used to, and I need to kind of hunt for some good pages to share my tips. Oh, missed some ones here. I think I might do the Mice and Pumpkins page and Symphony of Cute Animals for my next one, or a Teresa Goodridge page from one of her autumn books. Ooh, I love a Teresa Goodridge autumn page. They are so lovely. But yeah, those are some good options, and I also love Symphony of Cute Animals. The paper is a biggie for the super tips, but if you use pencil over top, you don't notice much of the streaky lines. Yeah, if you've got a slightly thicker paper, it can handle more layers, and like it doesn't absorb the kind of water from the marker as quickly almost. Hi Raven, welcome in. Thanks for joining. There was adorable double page of a Halloween party too. I love that double page spread, Yana. Yeah, Zoe and I did that double page spread last year. You're doing the Mice and Cauldron page. Oh, I love that page too. It's so cute. That's the one I'm referring to. Forgot they had cauldrons. Yeah, they're like brewing up some potions with a bunch of pumpkins. If you have the English editions of Symphony, the paper is very smooth. I found Prisma's worked lovely on it, and I did a Crayola super tip. Oh, superior base. Super tip base. Autocorrect that. I'm avoiding starting it though in case the paper is the same as Kingdom of Curious Creatures. Which version do you have, Amanda? I personally love using polychromos in my Kaneko Agusa books, but I know not everyone does. And that's the other thing. Just because one person likes a pencil in one book doesn't mean another person will. Everyone is very different in their colouring styles and what they like versus what they don't like. And it does make it tricky to recommend. But say someone recommended something to you before and you agreed with them, then maybe go by their, like if your colouring style is similar to them. I don't know. I just always feel quite hesitant to recommend things because it doesn't work the exact same for everyone. Because everyone's colouring styles are slightly different, so even though it's the exact same pencil and the exact same paper, you can have different experiences with it. realising now as I'm colouring this that this should be the gold tops of the books. I thought, oh, if the shelf finishes there, but it doesn't. It finishes above where the page cuts off, so that's easy enough to cover up that brown with the gold signo at the end. I often like doing gold signo on the lines you get book illustrations like this. You hate the smooth paper in Kingdom of Curious Creatures. It's the English version. I didn't like the way polychrome is. See, yeah, you didn't like them, but I really do. I'm going to sacrifice a page I don't like to try different pencil sets. I didn't mind Inktense. Yeah, I quite like Inktense in them. I've used Inktense before in Kanoko Agusa's book. Did you try the Prism? I don't think you have Prismas, Amanda. Or do you? I don't think so. I love that everyone has different preferences. Exactly. It makes the colouring community so wonderfully unique, really. Really does. Cliche, but it's true. Let's get the green. I just love colouring books. I think it's the joy of like picking a limited colour palette and trying to disperse them in a way that is random but not completely random, because like random is a hard thing to do with colouring, because you can have something that's truly random where multiple colours would be ending up next to each other, or you can have what appears random, like placed randomness. And it's like whichever effect you're trying to create. Often what we say is a randomly placed. I mean, you could do random dots, but they're not actually random. You're placing them in specific points for it to look quote unquote good. I think I should have done one of these books down this end green, but too late now. Often when I'm doing pages like this with books, after finish colouring one, I'll kind of put the marker down, have a look back, and see how I like how it's looking all together and like the colours spread out sort of thing. I think I'll do this one green as well. And then this is going to be pink. And then I'll do this flower thing pink. And I think everything else will be gold. Do the bone bits in this kind of creamy colour. Those moons. There we go. Getting there. Do the same for the ghost. See, now I could use a kind of creamy colour, WGO5 0.5 for the bear, and then make it kind of like a polar bear, just so then I'm keeping within the colour palette, not bringing in anything new, because my other thought was making it like pink or purple, but I don't like that idea. I'll do that and then actually colour the whole thing with this marker and then shade it with another marker on top. No, but I think since I hated the polys, Prisma or Woomer might be better as they're the opposite consistency. Oh, you do have Prismas. I think just because you're a polys girl like me, I forget you've got them. If we all like the same things in the world, it would be bloody boring. Exactly. Exactly. All I've used so far in those books are Prismas because I know they work well. Yeah, and the same with me, like the fact that I've only used polychromos. Often if I find a pencil works in a book and I like how it looks, I'll just keep using that. And it gives it a nice kind of cohesive feel throughout it as well. Which set of water-based markers would you suggest to buy first? Definitely the Crayola Super Tips. They are the best value for money for what you get. You can get a fairly smooth laydown of colour. They don't kind of transfer that easily. They're just amazing quality for the price, they really are. You love the Crayola Super Tips instead of dual-ended best? If you aren't sure you'll like water-based markers, then try starting with Crayola Super Tips. Very cheap and still nice. Yeah, the fact that 100 pack is like 20 quid. Can't go wrong really. Tombos are lovely too. I would not recommend starting with the Tombos because they are so expensive. So if you don't know you're going to like using water-based markers, then there's no point getting the most expensive ones to begin with. But in terms of brush pens, they are definitely the best that I've tried. I kept looking at Crayolas, maybe I should start with them, definitely. Problem with recommendation is the answers are only useful in terms of comparison if the person has owned all the brands. We tend to recommend what we have, but I don't have everything. Yeah, lol. Exactly as well. Like, and you can only give from your own personal experience as well. I prefer the Pits to Staedtler, but I had them first. I really want to get my hands on the Staedtler pigment pens. Nice. Yeah, I've got those on my wish list. They're expensive though. Zoe, do you mean the Staedtler Design Journey markers or the watercolour ones? She means the Staedtler Design Journey markers, the double-ended, where it's got like a chisel, the same kind of nib as the Crayola Super Tip on one end and then a fine line at the other end. I love my Pitt pens, but I wouldn't recommend them to start with because they're pricey. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's another thing. You wouldn't recommend something really expensive to start with because you'd hate for someone to just not like the medium itself. Also, it's quite a big commitment starting off with something expensive. I've got a few Tombow dual brush pens. I've kind of mainly got a lot of pastel colours that you just cannot find in other markers out there. And I kind of got to a point where I had enough range of markers that I couldn't get elsewhere. I haven't felt the need to buy any more since, and they've got more expensive in my opinion. Used to get them on Cult Pens or Cassart 3 for 2 sales, but they rarely have them anymore. Cult Pens did one 3 for 2 in September and I took advantage of that. I can't remember the last time I saw they had a 3 for 2 sale on. Yeah, for the colour range, absolutely the Crayola Super Tips. You get 100, you can even start smaller with like 20 or 50. Okay, I think I'll use the brown colour for its nose and its claws. I think the colour works for the bear rug. I think all I want to do is grab something lighter than this YR10 for the floorboards. Could do BR2. Potentially. Let me just put it here. It's a bit warmer than I wanted actually. I want something a bit more neutral toned for the floor. Oh, dropped a marker. There we go. Maybe YR9. I really like using this one for trees and things like that. You got a bargain set of the Pit pens, and they are still going strong after years. Only replaced 2 out of 60. I also bought about 6 ton though. Nice. Your phone battery's low. I'm going to have to disappear until my child falls asleep. No worries, Amy. Take care. And Catherine is off too. Good luck with the pumpkins. Thank you. Oh, Traitors. I forgot about Traitors starting tonight. Oh, I'll have to catch up tomorrow. Yeah, 9 o'clock, isn't it? I mean, hopefully there won't be spoilers, but yeah, I'm going to be missing that every Wednesday night. Maybe I'll watch it after the stream. I don't know. So there's only 2 episodes a week, isn't there? Wednesday and Thursdays. I'm going to rotate my book because I find it easier to colour in this direction. Avoid social media. Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the moment it'll be okay. It's just when it gets a bit further into the competition that I'll definitely need to be avoiding it. Oh, I missed some claws here. My bet at home is half after 3 nights on the road. Show him some love. Back in 2 days. Gutted I won't be here for the end of Pumpkin Marathon. Good luck. Night all. No worries, Joe. Spend your time with your other half. You got Tombos from journaling. That's where I started collecting them too, Kimberlyn. They are very big in the journaling community because, of course, they're great for doing kind of hand lettering, calligraphy, which is why I initially got them. And I still love to use them for my journal now, and I use it to base the odd page here and there. Got some great unique colours. You got Wicked downloaded on your Skybox, so you can watch it before the second movie comes out. Nice, Angie. It's such a good film. I've got the Saturday of the weekend it comes out booked off work, so I can go to Zoe's and we can watch it Friday night together. We can't wait. Seems as though Zoe might be going all out. You've got a Wicked t-shirt you can wear as well, Zoe, don't you? That you bought, I think, after we saw the first one. There we go. You're wearing it today, love that. I'm looking forward to seeing the second with Jess on launch day. We're going for the double watch, I believe. Yes. Double feature. I've never done that, so I'm really looking forward to it, actually. So he was like, would you be interested in this? Actually, I think she started with, I don't suppose you'd be up for watching both films. It's 5 hours and something. And I was like, I'm totally up for that. I'm totally up for it. I'll spend all day in a cinema. Why not? Get some shadow colours out. YR91 for the bookcase. You're preparing for a number. You know, I think the point of a double feature is that you do get up and move in between films, go for a wee, whatnot. Right, I've already got the purple. YR205. Let's go YR4. There it is. Yeah, that's good for the orange. And for the pink, R9. Then for the green, Don't want to layer it with that. G240 lamps. We get luxury recliners. Recliners, so it won't be too bad. Yeah, that's nice. I do love the reclined life, watching the film in the cinema. I wasn't sure which cinemas you were on about, so yeah, if we're at the one with the recliners, yeah, we'll be fine. Bring a blanket with you. Your cinema is a help yourself cinema. It's all self-serve, even the slushies. Oh. Get some more popcorn and whispers, yeah. I think I will treat myself to some popcorn whilst doing that. I feel like if you're there for the double feature, get yourself some popcorn. I don't usually get anything whilst watching a cinema, you know, just try and be good in life. Y145. Oh, blanket is a good shout. Definitely fall asleep. Yeah, I don't want you falling asleep. I'll let you fall asleep for the first one, and then I'll be nudging you for the second one. You did the Prisma swatch today that I put up. There was a little mistake with the light blue colours. They had the same number. Ooh, thanks for letting me know, and I will do that after stream. I'll write a note. I'll write a note on this. Prismas, light blues. I will double check that and edit that after stream. Thank you for letting me know, Raven. Cinema in my town shut down. It was a church and a nightclub and a cinema. Ooh, multi-purpose. We do have a cinema in my town. It's one of the very few things my town has going for it. What am I looking for? Yeah, I didn't like that. Let's go E2. Yeah, that's a bit better. You've seen which popcorn bucket I want to get? Yeah, I won't be getting a popcorn bucket. I just... No. It's not for me. It's not for me, personally. Right, let's start with shading the bookcase. What's everyone's popcorn of choice? I like sweet and salty. In the UK, for those Americans watching, we don't have butter to go on our popcorn. That's not a thing here. You get sweet, salted, or sweet and salted. Just basic popcorn, just like completely plain, or does it just have some kind of sweetness to it? Like, I can't imagine, like, just absolute basic, like, is that... I'm kind of malfunctioning the thought of just nothing on popcorn. Which is why I said the kind of thing about we don't have butter for popcorn here. I couldn't think of anything worse to go on popcorn. I don't like butter as like a thing to eat on its own. Blech. Gives me the ick. Oh, it's just salt. Okay, fair enough. Sweet and salty for sure. Amanda likes just sweet. Mix of butter, chives and cheddar. Now that is fancy, Leandry. That is fancy. I think I saw in the cupboard my mum got, or my parents got, it looks to be like some toffee or like caramel. Maybe, was it like sticky toffee pudding popcorn? It was something, some kind of flavoured popcorn. And I was like, oh, that sounds good. Makes me want to grab it now, but I won't. I'll be good. Because that'll be noisy to eat. Now I want popcorn. Yeah, I want popcorn too. I broke chairs. I was just like completely plain pop. Like it just tastes like nothing. It's like eating air. I was like, I can't imagine just completely plain popcorn. So I was like, I'm sure basic popcorn in America means something different than what it would mean to us, or at least I hoped. Yeah, it does. It's just got salt on. That's fair enough. Our cinemas are closing down like crazy. It's just getting too expensive, so it has to be a real special occasion. Yeah, my local cinema is really expensive. Because when Zoe and I saw the first Wicked film, we saw it on holiday together on the first day of holiday on the Monday. And we got, I think it was cheap tickets with Showcase Cinemas. Like I was part of the Showcase Club. So it was like £5 each-ish. And then when we went to watch it at my local cinema, when we drove back to mine, I want to say the total for the two of us was like 28 quid or something crazy like that. And we both kind of looked at each other like, what? And that was literally just basic seats. And the one we'd been to before had a lovely recliner seats, the Showcase Cinemas do. I used to go quite a lot because I used to go to university in Southampton. That was round about where we stayed last time. So it was nice to go back. Memories. We go to view where seats start at £7.99. They're right at the front, so we won't be getting those. Done that before and had an almighty headache afterwards. Oh yeah, I think you need to have stage seating. Row seats, no. I've done that before too. I went to a tiny little, very old style theatre in Dorchester, which is a town in Dorset. I used to go there quite often with my friend, and it was like such an old cinema, the seats didn't even have numbers, and it was just kind of in a slightly ramped room, and it was first come first serve for seats, and you arrive there, and we were on time, but we got there and the only seats available were front row, and spent the entire thing looking right up at the screen in front of you. The screen was tiny as well, but it was a good time anyway. Yeah, I've never heard of a cinema that charges less for the front row seats compared to the regular seats. A lot of our cinemas, they have like the premium seats, which are at the back. Like I'd say majority of cinemas have their premium section, which is usually like the back few rows, and the seats are slightly wider and made out of leather rather than just fabric or something like that. I've never done that because I don't see the point of being, because often you'll have the row where it ends and the row where it starts is literally right behind, so it's like you're paying extra for what? To get 10 centimetres behind. First row is bad for your eyes. Yeah, it's rubbish. We have standard recliners, luxury and luxury plus. Got 8 Lulu Mayer books and only found one page with a balloon. Oh, interesting. Balloons are one of those things that pop up quite often. Because by balloon I also would include like a hot air balloon. Those pop up quite often, I find. I'm using the chisel side of this pen because the brush has kind of stopped working. I do have a new E280 coming. I bought myself another set of the 96 pastels. Found a deal on Vinted. And so I will have a replacement for this very soon. But you can hear it's really running out of ink. Just trying to add a little bit of definition to this. Omniplex, most of the seats near the front are cheaper. Oh, I must be balloon blind. Squeak, yeah, squeak, right. Here comes a squeaker. There we go, done. done with that one. Move it away. Right, let's start with pink. I just saw someone spam some emojis of a squeak. But we're done with that now. It's all good. It's all done. I hate that side. I do too. It's awful. But I'm really kind of taking that marker to its absolute limits of what it can do. It's technically run out, but I'm really trying to push every ounce of ink out of it. Nice light beige. It's just so useful in colouring. I was going to say look for balloon clusters and hot air balloons. Oh, there's an octopus that looks like a hot air balloon. Oh, yeah. See, there you go. They do pop up fairly often. And often it will just be like a character in the background, just like holding a balloon. Okay, let's go for the green now. P220. So many pages of balloons under you silly sausage. Yeah, you must be balloon blind. I'm going to book our seats as soon as they become available. I do keep checking. I did see that it starts soon. It's like less than a week's time. Zoe, I did see online of like, oh, you can book your tickets from this date. I didn't pay attention to what the date was though, because I never pre-book cinema ticket. I mean, I'll do it like the day of or the day before, just to ensure I get a seat if it's the opening weekend. But other than that, I just rock up. We'll do it on the day. There's only been one time where I've rocked up to the cinema and they sold out tickets. That was to go see The Greatest Showman. So we saw Coco instead and absolutely loved it. Glad we actually went and saw it. Great film. Metropolis 2 comes out next month too. I believe it's 28th of November. I haven't seen any advertising. I haven't seen any trailers for that. I haven't heard anything about it. It doesn't seem like Disney's really pushing it. I saw a movie poster outside the cinema, my local cinema, and that's about it. That's all I've seen and heard from it was a cinema poster. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they're not too hopeful for it, but yeah, it seems odd that this sequel that has been fairly highly anticipated is just kind of not seeing it. I mean, I don't watch much TV, so I don't see like trailers for anything, but even online on social media I haven't seen anything. I don't know, what about you guys? Have you seen much advertising for the new Zootropolis? Although in the UK it's called Zootopia. I don't know why. Or is it... No, it's one or the other. No, it's Zootopia in the US. In the UK it's called Zootropolis. I call it Zootopia. Usually in some cinemas it's cheaper if you pre-book too by like 10%. Oh yeah, that's fair enough. What books do you have? Because now I want to look. Little monsters, magical creatures, magical unicorns, baby animals, llamas, sloths, sea creatures and cute animals. Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of balloons in those books. There's a specific one I'm thinking of in magical creatures of like a cat kind of balloon creature thing. Kind of one of those signature Luna May objects that she just kind of plops on any old page. Right, we are almost done. I think I'm going to go over my shadows with the same warm grey marker. I'm not going to get that squeaky marker back out again. Just by going over with the same colour as the base will help deepen it up a bit and show off those shadows a little bit. There we go. Right, I'll do my white highlights next, and then I'll finish off. Actually, no, I'll do the gold signo first because it takes a little bit longer to dry. I'm spoiling it. Oh, find it doing your hunt. I was like, what have I spoiled? What's about the fact that Zootopia's got a different name in the UK versus the US? I was like, that's not a spoiler. I don't know why Zootopia has a different name in the UK than the US, because Zootopia as a word makes sense. Zootropolis as a word makes sense. Like, I don't understand why they changed it. I know that the character Moana, the film Moana, has a different name in Europe. Because, fun fact, Moana is a common adult film star. She's a prolific adult film star in Europe. So they changed her name to Vaiana, or Vaiana. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's why if you see Moana in the French Disney books, if it's in the ABC one, she begins with a V. Fun fact for you guys. Yeah, I don't know why they changed Zootopia, Zootropolis. I gave up, but for now I'm wearing ice cream instead. And even though I can't have dairy, you enjoy it. You enjoy it. I only know it's Zootopia. Yeah, in America it's Zootopia, and that's the only name for it. Yeah, UK and potentially other countries is Zootropolis. Eating, not wearing. I did think wearing, I mean, you could be wearing it. You're a mum of a 7-month-old baby. It doesn't seem outside the realms of possibility that you're wearing some ice cream. Zootropolis is too complicated, so they changed it, joking. Yeah, that's a reference to a Philosopher's versus Sorcerer's Stone. Oh, it does irk me as to why they changed it. Like, it's just the name of a magical object. Like, a child can learn the word philosopher in a kid's book and it's absolutely fine. Like, they're not stupid, they're just American. Like, like, I don't understand why they felt the need to change it. And then Americans go, actually, you mean the Sorcerer's Stone? No, I mean the Philosophers, because that's the name. That is the name of it. Question for the American viewers. In the films, do they dub it? Like, do the characters say Sorcerer's Stone? And is it like a dubbing over the top, like, or did they refilm? Like, do their mouths match the words they say? Or do they keep it as philosophers for the film? True, 9 months. 9 months. I pronounce it Vaiana. Vaiana. So Vaiana is right. I go Vaiana. I say both. One of them's bound to be right. Vaiana. Hello, was today your how many pages you can do in this book? I'm on holiday and swam with dolphins today. That sounds amazing, Shelley. Hope you had a lovely time on holiday. Yes, today is the day where I've been doing my how many pages can I colour in Lonely Pumpkin in one day challenge for myself. And we are just about to finish this one, which is page number... I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to wait for the video, which I'm hoping will be out tomorrow. Oh, that reminds me. Can someone who is able to check to see if the gold Signo pens are on Prime Day deals, please? Because I'm going to need to get some soon. This one's running low and I would hate to get to a point where I run out of one. And I'm waiting to finish a page until I get some more in because I use these all the time. Sorry, I do feel like I just ordered someone about then. Someone check this. Go now. I keep meaning to do it whilst I'm colouring and then I get sidetracked and forget. In my country, it's like the Stone of the Wise. Well, I feel like that's better than changing the name of a magical being. Like Philosopher to Sorcerer. It's a weird decision in my opinion. You don't see... I don't look at presidents. You don't see Shelley. Make sure... Oh, mine's not even on live chat. They're not, Jess. Ah, fair enough. Thanks for checking. I'll still order them. I was just like, wonder if they're on a Prime Day deal. Oh, Foreign Monsters. Nice. Ooh. No, but I get them 50% off in my favourite shop. Oh, jealous. I don't know if I've seen Gold Signos out in the wild. Or if I have, I know they're cheap online. Oh, I just put my finger in some of it. I was like, oh, something feels sticky. And I was like, oh, it's the gel pen that hasn't finished drying yet. You can get a 6-pack for £12 or something. Yeah, that's what I will probably inevitably do. I mean, they do last a good long while, to be fair to the Signos. And I do find you can get them down to like right at the bottom of the ink before they run out. Because I think there's nothing worse than a pen that you cannot get to work and you can still see lots of ink left in it. Oh, it irritates me so much. Colouring all these gold bits has taken me a lot longer than I thought it would. Probably doesn't help that this is the thinner version of the Signo gel pen compared to the broad one. You can see the difference here of an old one that I still have that I want to keep using and doesn't work. Quite a bit thinner. Still works the same. The reason I got the thinner ones was because it came in a set with all of the colours. I do quite enjoy using all the colours. They are fun. One thing was filtered in, so sorry if anyone tried to talk to me. Yeah, that's YouTube does silly things. You gotta, if you ever like don't see someone's comment, then check that you're on live chat rather than top chat. It's just an option at the top of the screen, because YouTube will do this thing where it like only shows the best messages, and it's like, oh, who are you to judge? Who are you to judge who I want to see? I want to see everyone. And the fact that the default is not seeing everyone is really annoying. Yeah, Amanda's been getting some great bargains from her WH Smith closing down. I was saying to her the other day, I was like, it feels like it's been closing down for ages. Is it actually closing? I think she said November. Yeah, I don't tend to go to my WH Smith as much anymore. It used to be my reliable way of getting the Colouring Heaven Pocket editions, but now my Tesco has been stocking them, so I haven't needed to go to WH Smith, which makes it a little bit more convenient after going to town. Got plans on Friday. I'm getting my hair done. Not that you guys will know, because I don't show my face on camera, or my hair for that matter, or at least I try not to. Yeah, I've decided to fully dye my hair blonde. At the moment I've got a blonde balayage, because my hair is like a mousy brown, where when I was little it was blonde, and for years I called myself blonde, and then people were like, you're not blonde anymore. Yeah, I decided I'm gonna go full blonde now. I want to do it, so I'm gonna. I've just been getting blonder and blonder each time I've done it. Just decided I'm gonna do it this time. Thinking about it for a few months now. So I'll spend most of my day out doing that on a Friday. It takes about 3 hours to get your hair bleached, then cut and dried and all that. I'll go around these ovals. Vera's got the experiment page done. Don't know if I'm starting a new page or calling it a day. Often if it gets to this point, I end up just doing a quick Mythical Minis page, something I know I can get done in a pretty short amount of time. Then it's like, yay, another page done for the day. Nice easy win. Need another colouring day with you to try and get out of this slump. Yeah, we'll have to organise something for later this month. Do you want to do it towards the end of the month, Zoe? So anything we've got outstanding we can try and bash out in one day. Because I've got plans this weekend. I'm seeing one of my school friends, meeting up, going shopping with her. So yeah, this has been a bit of a busier week for me. Having a hair done, meeting a friend, like that's 2 times where I'm leaving the house this week, which is a lot. And I don't mean just in general, I mean for anything but work. Obviously I leave the house to do work, but that's about it. Right, white paint pen time. Where is it? Where's it gone? Nope. I always end up losing it. It's here somewhere. Oh, it's on the floor. I got my head in a video I was editing today. I had to cut about 10 minutes of footage. Fair enough. I don't think I've ever done that so far, but I'm quite mindful to be looking up from a page. highlight to the edge of these books. Oh, dropped the pen again. Right, that is this page all done. Woohoo! Page number 1 done. It's taken me an hour and 40 minutes, which is the slowest page for the day, but that's okay. Same leaving the house for work and walks, not much else. Yeah, I mean, what's the point when you've got colouring at home? Every time I go out, I'm like, I could be at home colouring. Probably around 21st, that sounds perfect, Zoe. Oh, you found 3 in sloths. Llama's only 1 balloon, plus hot air balloons elsewhere, nice. Found one in the llama's one there. 2 times is a lot. Went to my parents' house today, they're my only friends. Yeah. I live with my parents, so. Looks great, and thank you for using my colour palette. Thank you for creating it. It's a lovely pastel colour scheme that I used there. I'm going to put this at the back of the book again so I don't forget it's there. And I will randomise 4 more pages. I love how quick you are with the highlights. I haven't spent ages deciding where to put them. I just kind of boom, 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 that'll do. And then often I'll look back at a page and go, yeah, there. I have a bit of a routine with my highlights and know where I like them to sort of be. Right, let's get my randomizer back up. I need to put this on charge. Page looks great. Thank you, everybody. I don't know what happened, but I've seen you coloured Pumpkin Girl and suddenly you're all done. Yeah, it's crazy how it happens. Would have been done a lot quicker if it wasn't for all the gold bits, but that took an unexpectedly long time. That's okay. Right, let's spin for our next 4 options. I'll get another one done. Probably another just one, and I might start another. Right. '23 Black Cat's Coven. Hang on, I've coloured that page. Ignore that one. Magnificent Moth. I was like, hang on, that I recognise the name of that, and I have done it. Magnificent Moth. So that's a spoiler. I've done the Black Cat's Coven. Haven't done that one. '28. What have we here? '17. Let's build a snowman. Snowman. Final option. 92. Writing a letter. So if it's something a bit simpler, I might be able to get 2 done. If it's something a bit more complicated, it'll probably just be that one. But let me just find those pages and flag them. 92 is right near the end. Come on, there we go. Then we have 28 and 38. Magnificent Moth. That would be a quick one to do. We're getting some tiny sneak peeks. 28, what have we here? That would be another pretty simple one to do. I do love that one. And then what's the last one? 17. That one's another simple one. So let's start the poll. Now I've got them all tabbed. So we got Let's Build a Snowman, What have we here? A magnificent moth and writing a letter. I will go back over the moth one. This is what have we here? And let's build a snowman. Sent you art tacks at the Halloween page. Lovely. I will keep the poll going and share with everyone your art tacks. Oh, it doesn't want to work. Just share the next one. So you've got something to look at on screen. Sorry about the cough. Yana's art tacks. Oh, looks amazing, Yana. I will just share with you all what Yana has coloured. Look at that, the haunted house, it's so cool. I love the glow effect you've created with the moon. Looks absolutely awesome, the orange glow in the windows. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, I need to take another drink. I can check on the poll, see what's winning. We got a three-way tie. We got a three-way tie at the moment. I'll have to wait for another vote to swing it. If not, I will be the swing vote. Yeah, Jana, you did an amazing job. Got 4 of the 5 pages I've started and no idea how I want to finish them. Is that in your Lulu Mayo books, Kimberlyn? Because I seem to do quite a few in base quite a few pages in my Lulu Mayo books and then end up coming back to them. Right, I'm going to leave the poll running for a little longer, see if we get a winner. I'll leave you with this to look at, and I'm just going to pop to Lou and I'll be back. Okay, is anything won? Nope. That's okay. I will have the swing vote. In fact, it is a 4-way tie. It's a 4-way tie. That's okay. That means I can choose. Gotta end the poll. And the one I'm most drawn to is this one. I love this page. I think it's so cute. Oh, I've got a tiny bit of bleed through from sneak peek. That was what I already sneakily peeked to you guys earlier. But yeah, I think out of the 4, I don't know what colour I'd want to do for the moth. This one would take a bit longer and I don't feel like building a snowman right now. So I'm gonna go. She's like, oh, what have we here? It's some pumpkins, it's so cute. And I know this will be a nice, quick, easy page. Instead of taking the time to put all these other markers away, I'm just gonna chuck them to the side. And keep all the ones I need. So for, I think it was well, for the quarter of everyone that voted for this page, you're welcome. Sorry, tickly throat. I find, do you want to build a pumpkin? Not really, not right now. I find that when the seasons change and it gets colder, I've definitely noticed a change in my voice, and I'm struggling with videos now. If it's more than about half an hour, my voice starts getting quite tickly and I end up coughing. It kind of started when I had a bad infection that I'm pretty sure was COVID, but didn't test for it because what was the point at that point? But I had a cough for 2 months. It was not last December, the December before. That December and January I had a cough for genuinely 2 months. We had this 100-day cough going around in the UK, and I think that's what I had. It just wouldn't stop. I felt fine physically, I just had this relentless cough. And kind of ever since then, my voice and my coughing has never been the same. It's been very chesty. I don't remember my coughs ever being this chesty, but that's okay. We move on. Yeah, it tends to be when I'm recording videos for a longer time, I end up... Usually I can break the or wait to cough in between books, but every now and then I will have to let something out. I just have to remember to keep drinking. Because the drinking definitely helps. Raven's got 5 whips from September and October and not one finished too. Fair enough. Sometimes all we can do is just work between whips. I'm going to bring back my Whips of the Week series this month. Because I've got a lot of whips that I'm working on at the moment, and it would be fun to bring that series back. I think it was a series that lasted 2 episodes. It may have been 3, I can't remember. Where I just showed my whips and asked for opinions and help on certain pages that I wasn't sure what direction to go with, and it was really helpful. It was a great way to kind of interact throughout the month. I might do that. Don't know when it will go out. But I've also got my next, what's it called? Rank and Rate ready to go. I flagged the pages for that. It's going to be my Lomart books. So all the Stratton Peterson and other ones from that series. And then I think I will probably have to do Camilla de Erico with someone else. I'm looking at books that I've got at least 3 in. I could do Tiny Worlds, the Escape 2 series of books by Good Wives and Warriors. I could do Usiku, who does This Lonely Pumpkin and the 3 Witches books. I think if anything has 3, I will combine it with another artist or series. So I do still have a few. I've got the Pop Manga, Camilla de Erico, Usiku, Tiny Worlds, what else? Layla Julie. Anything else? Oh, Cute and Cozy. I haven't done any Cute and Cozy Rank and Rakes yet. Rank and Rakes? What am I on? Rank and Rates. I've got the 4 seasonal books by Jeon Seon Jin, but usually that ends up being ranking of my favourite seasons. Because any books that I've got that are specifically seasons end up, the order of their rankings tend to be which my favourite season to colour in, which is autumn, closely followed by spring, then summer, then winter. Always is. It seems to be, those are my favourite pages in books, the autumn and spring ones. Oh, I've missed a bunch of comments there as I was just colouring and yapping away. Need to do is high sparkler with excitement. I usually do, this is an old one, but I tend to do eye shinies in this one, in the book. Did I not do it in the last page I just did? I didn't give eye shinies. I will have to do that. I almost always give eye highlights. Maybe need a humidifier in your room during the autumn/winter season. I've never tried a humidifier. But that wouldn't be a bad shout. I mean, give it a go. Maybe ask if someone has one to try it, see if it makes a difference. It's the sort of thing that you don't want to be spending money on if it does nothing for you. Do you get it where it prickles so bad it makes your eyes water? I hate that. I get it when it prickles so bad I can't speak. Where I try and get through a sentence or try and get to a natural stopping point and it hurts so much I can't even. But yeah, I do get it where it makes your eyes slightly water. It's not nice. Streams, I find it's mostly okay. I am struggling a bit tonight, but it's mostly okay because I'm not actually talking, even though it seems like it might be. I'm not actually talking non-stop kind of thing, whereas sorry. Whereas with a stream video, I'm more talking non-stop for 45 minutes, an hour. When it gets really bad, I end up having to film the video in 2 halves. In fact, I might film my completed pages videos in 2 sittings, like halfway through the month and then the second half of the month, just so it's not as overwhelming once it gets to the end. I still test for COVID because of my health issues and my brother's health. He's at the hospital 3 times a week for hemodialysis. Yeah, for me personally, I don't see the point because it's the same as having a cold or flu. Like, it's just given a name to something. I want to do some sort of series for whips, but I don't want to seem like I'm copying Erica or Polly. Amanda, even if you do think you're copying, it's not copying, it's being inspired by. Everyone's inspired by everyone. Like, it's like with the kind of colouring snippets, colouring updates. It all starts with one person, it blossoms. And you're inspired by someone who was inspired by someone else, and etc. And just do what you want to do. Like, and just give credit. Like, I think that's all people want. Like, they're excited to see other people kind of bounce off people's ideas. What's your strategy for choosing colours for your pages? I kind of wing it. Sometimes I'll find colour palettes online and I'll go from there and match those colours best I can. I'm using the wrong warm grey. It's going to be this one. Sometimes I find colour palettes. Other times, in this book, a lot of the times I keep it quite simple. So I use similar colours to what I've already used on the page. Trying to think of an example of one I've done before. Like this one that I did last year where the door is the same colour as her and the pumpkins and everything like that. So you're using similar colours across the page together, like that one. Just using the same colours for multiple different sections of the page helps to create a fairly cohesive look. And like picking just one accent colour. So I think on this page it'll be a nice midnight blue for the sky background. I think I will do the leaves slightly lighter than the pumpkin stem. So YR1. No, I'll keep it the same and then I'll just do the outline colour a little bit different. Things like that, like I don't want to introduce a green just for there. So I'm keeping it to a colour I've already used on the page. With alcohol markers, often I will say one colour is the base colour and the other one's the shadow colour. I will then use that shadow colour as the base colour for something else. So it still looks nice and cohesive, you're not introducing new colours, but you've got a little bit of extra interest. Or like a little bit of extra variation, I mean. Hannah Carlson month? I thought you'd talk about your focus month, my bad. Oh yeah, yeah, I haven't decided what my focus is for next month. I do want to have one because there's nothing going on in November. But, because I've done, so far I've done Maria Troll, RJ Hampson. I could do another RJ Hampson because I only got 3 done, which wasn't great. Could do another mythographic. I mean, there's so many artists that I haven't done a focus month for. This month is the Tokimeku series. That was kind of unintentional. You're doing the Pumpkinhead girl in the picture frame, but I'm stuck with the colours of the frame, so I started another Lulu page. Fair enough. I often end up just doing frames in like a gold colour combo. It's always fun. There are also sprays you can get at the pharmacy that helps with dry mouth. Ah, could try that. One is a pumpkin and spiderweb page that I did using one of Elm Colours palettes. I don't know what to put under this very purple pumpkin. Is the ground, but I used the brown for the leaves. Darker brown or a lighter variation of that brown, it would be my suggestion. Like for these fence panels, I think I'm going to go for BR2, which is my shadow colour for the pumpkin stems. But I'll use it for my fence posts base colour. As you can see with this page, they are really quick, easy ones to do, especially once the base colour's down. The shading doesn't take too long to go on top. This BR2 is starting to run out. Still got some juice in, but I can feel it getting low. But that's absolutely fine because I've got a second marker in the skin tone set that I can use instead. I've been reaching for that 36 skin tone set a lot recently because I always find in my pages I need lots of browns and lots of different tones of browns. The skin tone markers have a lot of good browns. Right, it's a boring colour, but it's such a useful one. You use it for portraits, for landscapes, for just something neutral to go in the background, for wood, for shelves, for trees. So much. So many things are brown in the world. Hi Jenna, lurking whilst I study. Thanks for joining, Jenna. What are you studying for? Also, has anyone seen the Cinderella page in Selina Fenwick's Cute Fairy Tales? Cinderella is descending a staircase that attaches to nothing and it's weird. Bear with me 1 second and I will grab that because I do have that book. Well, I don't have that book, but I've got the Pocket Fairy Tales, which has the same illustrations in that book. And it's got that Cinderella page. I will grab it and I'll have a look. Okay. It's on my book pile, yeah. Oh, I think I know what you mean. The fact that the stairwell just finishes there. Often with Selina Fenwick's works, things will just be kind of floating in space. I make them float in space. I decided with this book, I'm not bothering with backgrounds. I was tempted to do one there, but I was like, no. But it'll just have things end very suddenly. trying to find an example. Sneak preview. Like for example here, it's like it's bordered off almost. No, what does the staircase lead to? It leads to nothing. To heaven. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with that. Maybe I'd have to do a bit of a background for this one. I mean, I'm not doing this page this month. But yeah, I see what you mean. It does lead to nothing. I think one of the weirdest ones is this one. Like with the leafy border. There's another one like it, the Robin Hood one. Like this leafy border is just kind of weird. Like if you colour within it, you kind of need to colour outside of it to make sense, because their leaves shaped that way rather than inwards. It's just a bit weird. Yeah, I kind of did that by sort of straightening off down there and having it all kind of go out like that. Yeah, it's the stairway to heaven. But yeah, I would just kind of border off the page there, and it's just, I don't know. I've never looked at this page and thought, where is the staircase leading to? It's leading to the abyss. You come off and it's a diving platform. Well, I've got that to look forward to eventually when I get to that page. Right, time for the shading. You're getting your PhD in biochemistry and molecular biology. So I'm studying for a foundations class. Wow, that is a lot of work, a PhD. I mean, masters are a lot of works as well. I looked at masters and thought, absolutely not. It's like uni. PhD is very big commitment, so I wish you all the best. Some kind of portal, maybe. Has anyone tried and found good coloured pencils from Amazon/eBay, Colors/Brute Funer, etc.? Brute Funers are great, what's the word I'm looking for? Budget pencils. And they were the pencils that I recommended to anyone starting off with. And then they kind of disappeared off Amazon. You can get them on like Temu and AliExpress and things like that, but you can't seem to get them from Amazon anymore, because when I first started colouring they were very easy to find on Amazon. They were about 20 quid. So I was like, if anyone ever asked for a pencil set, I'd recommend those, because for the quality and the quantity that you get, it was really, really worth it. And then they kind of just disappeared. But yeah, have a look on some of those sites like Temu, AliExpress, because you may be able to find them on there. I heard good things about the Color set as a budget set of pencils, but I don't have them. Yeah, I don't have those either. They're not as readily available in the UK, or they're not as cheap, I think. I think I looked into them once and I was like, no. I'm going to use this AIM YR2 to shade these leaves here. There we go. Give a bit of an orangey tone to them. My 12-year-old got his report card yesterday. He got very good or excellence in everything apart from PE. He got unsatisfactory. And I'm flabbergasted as he loves fitness and sport. Does he love the teachers though? Like, because that could make a big difference in changing your opinion on things, because I used to quite enjoy doing various sports, and then my teacher just didn't believe in me, and so I lost my love for it. I was on crutches for quite a bit when I was growing up. I had bad hip pain, and so I was out of doing PE for quite a few months. And then when I came back, I was like, right, I'm going to go back on the hockey team. And I was like, can I play in the final? My teacher was like, yes, as long as you come to every single practice. And I was like, I will do that. And I went to every single practice. And did she put me on the team for the final? Nope. And so from that moment on, hated PE. Because all it takes is one bad teacher to kind of put you down. She didn't even put me down. She just didn't believe in me, really. It's like in rounders, I was really good at bowling. I can only throw underarm. I cannot throw overarm, so I was terrible at being like a fielder or catching throwing balls. But bowling, I had a really good aim. Took ages to realise that, and every time I was like, put me as a bowler, I can really bowl. No. And if you have to kind of beg to be seen, then it's like, what's the point? But I was kind of like that middling point in PE. Like, I was the best of the worst, but the worst of the best. Because my school did a weird thing where you had boys and girls, and those were like the best half of your year group. And then you had the mixed class, which were all the rubbish people. And I was in the mixed class for year 7, and I got bumped up to girls for the next year. Yeah, it was a bit of a stupid system that they had, but that's what they did. I think they changed it once we got a new PE teacher come in. This old guy who was very set in his ways. I'm trying to find a specific pen. I can't find it. I know I was using it earlier. Is it over here? Bit drop on the floor there. No. There it is. It was under the book. Found 260 Brute Funa set for £26 on Temu. They're real too. Should be. His school is half a building site, so they have to travel to community centres for it, and he said it's pretty boring, lol. You failed art. Fair enough. I got a grade 0 because the teacher made me paint a landscape, and at the time I had only ever painted portraits, so it was brown sludge for my exam. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Well, I'm glad that your love of art carried on through. I did art too, although doing art at school very much is not like art in real life. It's all about techniques and talking about development and writing a good enough description of what you've done rather than actual drawing or art skills necessarily. You passed art, didn't know how I managed it. Yeah, I did alright at art. Art was a lot of work though. We had these huge books that we had to take around with us, A2 size, and do all these big spreads and whatnot. It took a lot of time. Spent many a weekend on them. Right, time for a blue. Today I've used PB5 and PB4 for a page, so maybe I'll use PB3 for something different. Try and change things up here and there. Or PB11. Let's test them. Let's test them. PB3, PB11. PB11. Yeah, I definitely prefer the bluier toned one. You can't really... Well, actually, no. What do you guys prefer? Mr. Left or Mr. Right? Can't... It's not the best lighting for them. It's not very accurate, actually. Because that one's kind of looking... The left one's looking more greyish, but it's not. It's definitely more bluey. But I think the, yeah, right one, the blue one, bluier one. Right, okay. Right. Right, let's get the ruler. I will square off a background. I like to have my images popping out the sides of the border, like breaking the borders. I think that looks cute. So I take the background to just a little bit before where the edge of it would be. Okay. And then I measure it just to check if it's straight going across, because even though it looks straight to me, it's not actually straight. Oh, I always have to double check. Yep, see? That's not straight. And then I draw another line. Okay. Then when it comes to actually colouring the border, I lightly go over my pencil line with my rubber, and so that I can just barely see it, and then usually that means it doesn't show up underneath, usually. And then just seeing where I should start. I'm going to go vertically for this background. And the key to doing large alcohol marker backgrounds like this is to make sure that what you're colouring stays wet. So keep going back and forth between areas. If an area that you've just coloured still looks a bit patchy, go back over it with the alcohol marker whilst it's still wet and it will smooth out. That is my biggest tips for colouring. Make sure the paper stays wet and go over, whilst it's still wet, any patchy looking areas or spots. And it sounds stupid, but the key is to work quickly but carefully. Like quickly but slowly. Like the actual colouring, try and do quickly, but when I'm going around the details, that's when I slow down. But by doing it quickly means it's more likely to stay wet. Oh, Vera's off. Busy day tomorrow at work. And the vet's coming in. And your colleague is ill. Oh no. And of course it's on the day to do your first ever live. I am very much looking forward to your live tomorrow night, Vera. So I will hopefully see you there. All being well, that work is okay. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. I think another key with alcohol markers is it's not going to look perfect every time. It kind of is as good as it's going to be sometimes. Sometimes you have a little slightly darker spot and that's okay. You just try and get it as neat as can be. Sometimes you have a bit of bleed through over the lines and that's fine. Whilst I'm doing this, what colour should I do the stars? I've been changing it up as I colour today. Sometimes they're gold, sometimes they're silver, and I've been using the Pentel Dual Hybrid metallic gel pens because they're super glittery, which I love. So should they be gold or silver? Let me know. And I will go with the majority, because for this page, I don't really have a preference. Trying to get this bit done, and I'll look up back at the chart. I've been kind of glancing a little bit. Oh, silver, silver, silver. I tend to prefer silver for stars because I think it's more quote unquote realistic. Every now and then I'll do a gold star moment. I'll see if I've got an old example that I can show you to show that gold can work. Okay, yeah, lots of silvers. I'm returned and you're on a whole new picture. Yes, almost finished with this one, and then I'll be on my last one for the night. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, like here, I did, well, yellow stars with a bit of gold glitter gel pen around the outside. Don't know if any others back here. Trying not to spoil it. Yeah, did gold stars on this one. Wow. Yellow and then outlined with gold. Well, it's cute. But I could do silver for this one. Yeah, today if I had quite a few of these pages have a starry sky background. So on some of them I've done them gold, some of them I do them silver, because I don't want to do the same over and over again. Where's the fun in that? I think I'll start the symphony page today. I have everything put away so I can get pencils out for this page and plan my palette. Sounds perfect, Yana. Did you decide which one you were going to do? Because you were talking about the Halloween one and the mice with the pumpkins and potions page. The single or the double, basically. I don't tend to colour in a ground on these pages, but I think for this one it does need some brown on the ground. I'm just going to use YR1. I do feel like it needs to be just grab my pencil. Pink sparkling stars, why not? I think for this page it would be a bit why? Like, why has she done that? Why pink? But yeah, if your colour scheme is like pink and something else, then why not go for... Yeah. Okay, just measure that one out. And put mine. Ooh, that's up the wonk. Just go for 2. You'd gone for the mice and cauldrons and pumpkins. Fun, love that. Right, I do need to extend my blue over here a tiny bit. And then YR1. Proper West Country. YR1. Just hovered over my laptop and something popped up and it scared me. I was like, what? I thought it died. I was like, I thought I'd lost you. I think for the last one we'll do another simple page. I could get that done within half an hour and call it there for the night. And I think I will do the silver stars at the end of stream just so I don't have to wait for them to dry. I kind of timed my pages today, so if I say went and made a cup of tea or had some lunch, I did some of the glitter gel pen so it had time to dry. Okay. Then there's BR2 gone. Here it is. The little stones here. Just to go underneath the pumpkins to ground them a bit more. Under the feet. Yeah, I'll go through, find some options that are a little bit simpler for the last page of the day. Don't forget her eye shinies today, or for this one. Ta-da! Right. Oh, there we go. And that's another one done. I will do the silver last thing at night and let that dry, give that time to dry overnight. So you will see the full finished page. And then I often just add a few bonus stars with the gel pen. But let's grab the randomizer one more time and I will randomize it whilst checking. Come on, look at my face. There we go. Randomise whilst flagging the pages to see. We'll go on the full wheel. Right, spin number 1. Sweet Dreams, I'm pretty sure that's a bit of a detailed page. I definitely will not finish. Yeah, unfortunately no. Spin again. 20, tending the garden. I think that's a good option. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Trying to find space to put it down without knocking things over. Yeah, that's fairly simple. So that's an option. Might do 3 just to try and make sure we get a winner. To be or not to be, that's another simpler one. 20. Tending garden. What's this one? 48. be or not to be, another simpler one. Ah, too much stuff going on. We'll do one more. Oh, you can't see it. Decorating the tree. It's simpler, but I can't think of, I'm not feeling inspired by it, so I'm going to spin again. Oh, I love that one. You'll join us someday. It is a full page, but I think it's so funny. And I've just done a page with a few pumpkins on, so I won't do that one. Being fussy now. I'll get to the end. Baking gum bats. I'm pretty sure that's not too complicated either. Oh, it's the following one. Oh no, actually. I'm being picky. I have no idea what colour to do that oven. Rearranging. Definitely not. Right, come on, come on. Big money, big money, big money. I've coloured that one. Done that one too. It'd be better to put the last one yourself. Might have to. Welcome. I think this one is a good option. And this was a popular voted one in the comments as well. Oh yeah, I could do welcome. 3, welcome. Okay, starting the poll. So we got welcome. We've got tending the garden. And we've got to be or not to be. That is the question. I'm stunned at how quickly you did the highlights though. It always feels stressful for me. I just kind of boom, 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 done. I think at that point I just want the pages to be done. And basically wherever I've done a shadow, the highlight goes on the opposite side. So it makes, especially when I've done alcohol marker colouring, it makes it fairly straightforward. Where is my page? Here it is. So I did a shadow on that side of the line, so I do a highlight on the opposite side of the line. So welcome. Tending the garden. And to be or not to be. Ooh, we seem to have a winner. And luckily, I think it is the easiest one to do. Yeah, I'm going to end it. We had 16 votes last time, so I can't imagine we get many more. It's going to be or not to be. To finish or not to finish? That is the question. I will finish, and it will be tonight. And then I will go to bed. Oh, you love welcome. Yeah, welcome's a great page. It did receive quite a few votes in my video I did, but this one's going to be nice and straightforward. The flames. I'm not going to bother with a background for this one, which makes it extra simple. Oh no, we're late for the voting. I think the 44% out of 16, I think it was. I think one vote wouldn't have swung it. Almost half of you. I couldn't leave it too long because I need to get to bed myself. I do have work in the morning. Often when I start colouring with alcohol markers, I'll know I've put a protector sheet behind it. I just double check that it's actually behind the page that I want and not something different. Because sometimes you can pick up 2 pages by mistake and think you've got a protector page underneath and you don't, and it's behind the page behind that one. And that is upsetting. Having to try and cover it and sort it. Baby woke up from his own fart. Oh no, Raven. Bless them. They're little babs. Oh, imagine doing that. I will say I am shocked at the amount I managed to colour today. It exceeded my expectations, that's for sure. I'm happy to get 3 done in stream. My goal was 2, and then the stretch goal in my head was 3, so happy to have got to that 3rd one. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't matter how many I get done. And if I wanted to get the most amount of pages done possible, I would just be doing these simpler pages. But I don't want to do that. That would be too easy, too boring. I want to have the mixture of pages. And the fact that some of these I've done a background for, some of them I haven't, makes it different, makes it interesting. Some of them have got more colours in, some of them have got barely any colours in. For the candles, I will colour the whole thing with this. It's a really good candle colour, WG 0.5. And then I'll add a touch of yellow for the candles and these lightning bolts up there. I think that will look cute. And then for the skull, just doing the shadows with this warm grey 0.5 I should say. Did the holes with the warm green line. Right, let's grab Y6. These lightning bolts. I can use a YR2 for the centre of the candle and immediately go on with Y6 to give it a fairly smooth blend. I can even bring out Y33 to help the transition there. There we go. Hi Brittany, welcome in. You're just joining us right at the end here as I am finishing my third page for the stream. How many Lonely Pumpkin pages can I colour in one stream? The answer is 3. I did a fairly detailed one to start with, and then a simpler one, and now quite an easy one. It's a good choice of wax colour. Yeah, WG 0.5 is a perfect kind of candle wax colour. Really love it for that. I ended up buying the Ohuhus today, Jess. I was enabled by watching you use the brush tips. Oh dear. Oh dear. Expensive stream was it to watch. I say I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because they're great. Well, I've got a lot of use out of them today. Especially these colours that I've been using for Lonely Pumpkin. And they're going strong. The tips are quite frayed, but I can work with that. And as you can see, it means that you can colour pages really quickly with them. I think the quickest one I did today was 20 minutes, and then the longest was about an hour and a half. Something funny I noticed as well, colouring a bunch of different pages today, was that in some of the earlier pages in Lonely Pumpkin 1, she doesn't have a pocket, doesn't have the pockets on some of the dresses. Not every page has pockets on her dress, which I thought was a interesting fact. But it's not even like, oh, she originally didn't have pockets in her dress, because some of the first pages she does, and then others she doesn't, and it's almost like she just decided to not have pockets on some of the dresses. But you can colour her all different colours. You don't have to keep her boring and black like me. I've seen people do it with like a purple dress, and that's really fun. I like the cohesion and the kind of simplicity of the black with the orange. I like it. I like it, I like it. YR33 to go over here. Let's go over the candles with warm grey 050. The shadows. I did one earlier where I did these candles, well not these ones specifically, but did the candles with did the shadow with a pink, and that looked really cute. I kind of brought out the pinky tones in the WG 050, 0.5. Yeah, it's kind of doing the shadow with the grey, brings out the kind of grey tones in it. Doing it with the brown, brings out the browny tones. Pink brings out the pinky tones. I think I will save doing my recap of what I've coloured on stream in the video for tomorrow, just because I want to get to bed. And yeah, I won't do it tonight. Go over these with yellow, give it a bit of shine. Eye shiny time, yes. I just wish Ohuhu would come out with the rest of the refills for the rest of the colours that Ohuhu makes for alcohol markers already. And I wish the ones that they did have were in stock, Really annoys me when you have an alcohol marker run out, you're like, okay, let's go see if it's available on the website. Nope, out of stock. So many of mine. Oh, that's the case. Jess is a life changer, oh dear. Amanda shared with me earlier that apparently YouTube has a survey that will randomly pop up after you've watched a video, and it was like, how did you find this video? And it was like, great, amazing, terrible, boring. Like, what is it? One of the options was life-changing. I was like, how many videos out there are being referred to as life-changing? Like, I don't know. We found it funny. And I was like, I suppose it is life-changing if watching a haul leads to bankruptcy. Please do not bankrupt yourself by watching my haul. I am not responsible. Janice. Like going over these black lines for the glow of the candle. Sometimes it takes a couple of layers of the paint pen to get it fully opaque. I'll tell you what, it's been great. It's been a really fun challenge for me today. It's been great colouring live with you all. And already I'm thinking, what next? Like, it'd be fun to maybe do this, not in this book, but in different books once a month. See how many pages I can get done book in one day. Because, like, one day in the grand scheme of a month doesn't mean that you're losing a lot of colouring time, because you were just hyper focusing that one day on the one book, and you can really get a lot done. Now I'm tempted to go round the outlines of the candles and the lightning bolts with a gold gel pen. What do you guys think? Should I go over it with specifically the gold pentel? Where's it gone? Here it is. Should I go over it with gold glitter or leave it as is? Seems like it was had to be that moment, Jess. Yeah. It was like, yeah, what videos out there are life-changing? That's where the adults only disclaimer is for, yeah, not influencing any children around here, thank you. It's a good challenge. Yeah, it's a fun one. And like, I thought I'd get bored of it, but I really haven't. And like, it's nice that you've got an element on the page that you know what you're doing with. It's really quick. Like, it takes me probably 5-10 minutes to do Lonely Pumpkin herself, and there's just the rest of the elements on the page. Yeah, I'm going to go over with the gold. Give it a bit of fun. And so, I don't know, I'm like looking at my books, what could I... Because I wouldn't want it to be a complex book, because then I'd only get like 1 or 2 pages done, but a simpler book, like one of my Cute and Cozies, or one of the Cutie colouring book series by Scholastic. Be good to do it for one of them. Ooh, maybe I could do it for Forest Cuties next month, because there's so many amazing autumn themed pages in there. And a really nice variety of like simpler ones, full page scenes. So it'd be good to just get a bunch done in there. That's a fun idea. And I could even throw in a page from Spooky Cuties in the middle of the day or something. Because there's some nice autumnal ones in there that aren't necessarily Halloween themed. And then get Lonely Pumpkin's Christmas and do this again, but for Christmas. Maybe in that book I could slightly change up her colours as well, just to make things more interesting for me. like literally only slightly like a different shade of orange for her head, and I don't know, maybe a different coloured outfit. Ooh, maybe she could be wearing a red outfit for Christmas with red and green tights. Actually, now that's a fun idea. See, I'm constantly cooking up ideas. It's actually getting around to doing them. But the way I filmed it was quite easy for me to do as well, because it just meant checking in every half hour, hour and a half or so to say, I've done this page, what's the next page, this is the next page, and moving on. Right, here we go. Ooh, good idea for small victories, especially since I lost steam on that book. Yeah, small victories would be a good idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. Maybe I could do that in January. For something like a little bit of a harder challenge, like, because I'd be using pencils in that book rather than markers, so it kind of evolves the challenge a little bit. But yeah, I've got loads of cute and cozy books. Oh, I'm just looking at my collection. Matchstick Mouse. Could do a day of Matchstick Mouse pages. Get a few of them done. The paper in the Scholastic books is really nice, actually. It blends alcohol markers quite nicely. It's thicker than this and smoother than Amazon paper. It's definitely different, but they are really cute. Does this book have all the pages from the 3 books or just some? Has all 3 books combined into one. Both of Yusiku's compilation books. She's got this one, Lonely Pumpkin Had a Great Fall, which is Lonely Pumpkin 1, 2 and 3 all in one book. And then the Witches one is called Life of Witches. And if you see a book that's like extra expensive, you know that's the compilation book, because it's like 3 books in one. It is fully 3 books in one, and she puts it in order. So I've got Lonely Pumpkin starts there, then Lonely Pumpkin 2 starts here, and they each have 31 pages in them, and Lonely Pumpkin 3 starts there. I love that page. Matchstick Mouse would be fun. Yeah. I was doing Matchstick Mouse in terms of how fast those are to colour. Yeah, they really are. And Matchstick Mouse would be good every season to pull out the seasonal books, so it's not as intimidating. So see how many I can do in summer, in June, or spring in March, and the winter one. Yeah, I'm really excited by this idea because it's pretty low effort. I spend the whole day colouring anyway, and it's just bringing you along for the ride, going, here's what I've done, here's the next one, let's do the next one, here's what I've done. So in this stream I did this page. Let's grab my flag out. What else did I do? I did this page, which I will add the silver glitter gel pen to tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, depending on what time I get to it. And then the first page we did together was this one. Very different colour scheme for this book for me, the nice pastel colour scheme. But yeah, thank you so much for joining along with me. It's been a lot of fun, and this has been a really fun project, and as I've just said, I can see it growing to more and more books and seeing how many pages I can get done in a certain book in one day. It's a fun challenge, and I challenge you guys to do the same. Pick a book, see how many you can do in one day, and let me know what you did and what you coloured. Love to hear. Check out my video, which will be coming out tomorrow. I'm going to say it's coming out tomorrow. It will take a bit to edit, but it will be fine. Check out my video tomorrow where I share with you all of the pages. I wonder how many I did. At least 4, I can tell you, because I did 3 today and I've done at least 1 more on top of that. So yeah, I don't think anyone, when I put the intro video out, no one was close to what I've actually done. But yeah, really happy with how this has gone. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today. And on my stream on Friday, I will be colouring the Halloween themed page in the Journey Through Fairy Tales book. This was the one that won the poll by quite some way. So I'll have to think about colour palette for that, ready for the stream on Friday. And all being well, I will stream on Friday, considering I had pain last week. Hopefully I won't this week. Yeah, I look forward to joining you all and colouring that on Friday. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. Bye everybody.